anniversary, Eastwood's 1976 state champion state.
Representative Mon.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
1976. Well, 1975, Mayor, I began my teaching career at Eastwood High School. So yeah, I'm over 50, a little bit.
Just a little.
And I'll tell you the story that as a rookie teacher, the principal stands out in the hallway recruiting people to do a lot of strange things and things that the seasoned teachers won't do. And I was asked by Mr. Bradley to chaperone. I mean, the kids were almost as old as I was at the time, but I was a chaperone to something that I had no idea what it was. It was a basketball game in Austin. Little did I know that I would be a tiny little part of that history.
Wow.
So let me share with you. The proclamation of the city of El Paso, whereas in 1976, the Eastwood High School Troopers won the UIL Class 4A championship by defeating John Tyler High School 74-62, after finishing the season with a record of 31 wins and 3 losses. And whereas starters Gilbert Shepard, Daryl Molix, Jim Bowden, Tim Crenshaw, and Steve Walkemuth played their finest games under the leadership of Coach Bobby Leslie, assistants Gary Pippin and Steve Hendry, and trainer Jerry Holmberg. And whereas 3 key players, Gilbert Shepard, Jim Bowden, and Tim Crenshaw, were named to the all-tournament team, and whereas 4 key managers and trainers, David Jabley, James Fennell, Eddie Barber, and J.B. Ryan, were always present with their support and enthusiasm. And whereas, as of 2026, they are still recognized as the last El Paso area boys basketball team to win a UIL state title. And whereas Coach Leslie had 10 reserves ready to help the starters, players Mike Chapman, John Abbott, Ernie Colorado, Eric Smith, Mickey Torres, Dee Lefevre, Jerry Thompson, Doug Rudder, Jerry Crampon, and Bob Guthrie were champions too that made history in 1976. And whereas the Troopers defeated top-ranked Victoria High School in overtime by 69-67 to move to the state final. And whereas the city of El Paso continues to celebrate your victories of 50 years ago. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the Mayor and Council of the City of El Paso, recognizing these outstanding athletes' exceptional work, May 12th shall be known as Eastwood High School UIL State Basketball Champions Day, signed by the Honorable Mayor Renard Johnson. Congratulations.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Don't be bashful.
Gary was there as one of the assistant coaches. You want to step forward, Gary?
Yes.
Yeah,
and we
come
also
on up.
have the principal of Eastwood High School,
Yeah.
and some players and a trainer. Gary?
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning. I would like to have each one of these gentlemen behind me come up and introduce themselves,
Okay.
and then I'll talk.
Okay.
So I'm Gilbert Shepard. I was the point guard.
Yes. Yes, Gilbert.
Good morning. Jerry Holmberg, nationally certified, state licensed athletic trainer.
Good morning. My name is Doug Rudder.
Good morning, my name is Mr. Rudy Macias, and I serve Eastwood High School as assistant principal.
And that's
Good morning.
Good morning, Robert Robledo, and I get to serve Eastwood High School as principal.
Good morning.
And I'm Gary Pippin, and I had the great luck and fortune to be the assistant coach to Bob Leslie, who's no longer with us, but in my opinion, he's probably the greatest high school coach ever to come out of El Paso. This group of young men that are being honored today, and it's really interesting because the first 2 groups, it was 20 years. And with this group, it's 50 years. And that's pretty amazing when you stop and think. Basketball has changed a lot. when these young men played and played so well, you realize no three-point line, only 2 referees, 5 games to win the state championship. Only El Paso High School is the only other El Paso team to win the state championship. Today, the highest classification is 6A. Back then, it was 4A. This group of young men, it's real hard to put into words because Bob's first year at Eastwood was 1966. He got me up there in 67. And then I went in the Army for 3 years and came back in 73. And it was this group that I had on my JV. Well, as freshmen, they struggled. I think they won a couple games. That was all on the JV. We won about 16. The next year, when they were juniors, they went down to the last game of the year, but Tim Crenshaw, one of our best players, busted his ankle, so he didn't make it. And then the next year, 3 seniors, 2 juniors started for us. And then we had a tremendous bench. And I never will forget, because Bob Leslie never liked to talk about what his plans were. But when I got back out of the service, he pulled me aside and he says, he says, I think this group of people that we have is going to be a special group. And I never heard him say that before. And so that's the way it turned out. Each year they got better and better and better. They played basketball all the time. You didn't have the camps, the clinics, the traveling teams, the personal coaches. We had outdoor courts, indoor courts, open gym. That's all we could do. And these kids lived in the gym. And they played together at both ends of the court, but they really hated to lose. And it seemed like if somebody needed to step up, it was Gilbert Shepard, it was Tim Crenshaw, Daryl Mullix. I mean, you name it, it was a total team effort. And this is probably before most of your time, but when Eastwood High School opened, there was a comedy show on TV called F Troop. And it was about a bunch of bumbling troopers. Well, that was Eastwood when it first started. Everybody wanted to play Eastwood to build up their win record, but that all changed over time. And this group is just an outstanding group of young men. 4 still live in El Paso. 2 are here today, Doug Rutter, Gilbert Shepard, Jim Bowden, Tim Crenshaw, both live here. The rest go out of town, and they couldn't be here. But to have Representative Limon, who used to be at Eastwood, make this proclamation, to thank you all for signing off on it and whatever. It was a tremendous honor. It's a tremendous honor. It'll never be forgotten. And one other thing, Eastwood has a brand new gym. And I just found out this past year, it's very nice if you've never been to it. Eastwood and Bel Air probably have the 2 nicest gyms in town. But I asked about the seating in Eastwood's gym because it's theater seats. And then I did a double take when they told me how many seats, 1,976.
Wow.
Thank you.
Well, Coach, you walked us through a great story there, and congratulations. And to know this is the only El Paso, Texas team to win a UIL state championship 50 years ago. And I know to many of you it doesn't seem like it was that long ago. And Coach, can you kind of walk us through that day, what you were thinking, going into overtime and winning by 2 points? Take us back.
Well, that season, the season before we came close, and there was a couple landmarks of that thing, but when you get into the state tournament, it's win or go home. So we won the bi-district game, we beat Isleta, we beat Arlington, Sam Houston, and Wichita Falls for the regional. And then we end up playing, at that time, #1 ranked Victoria, who had an all-state player that was very good. Well, again, no three-point line. And so our kids battled and battled and battled, and everybody that played knew what was on the line, and it got down to crunch time, and our kids made the big play, and Bob made the right choices out on the court, whatever, and it was just amazing. Now, when it got to the championship game with John Tyler, that was a different ball game because they had a 6'9" kid, and our tallest player was Daryl Mullix, about 6'3", 6'4". And the kids played a great game, but the interesting thing about that championship game is our 5 starters played the whole game. They never came out, and they won the state championship, and it was amazing, and everybody went crazy, and it was just an unbelievable time. I don't care what the sport is, whether it's boys or girls or individual or team, any state championship at any level is something to be really proud of, because it doesn't happen very often. And El Paso's had a lot of individual state champions in soccer, wrestling, whatever. Hadn't been too many in basketball, but this was the last one 50 years ago. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Coach, and congratulations to the team on your 50th anniversary and the 1976 State Championship Day. We're glad to celebrate this with you. Congratulations.
Thank you for having me.
Mayor, one final thing that I wanted to share was, and you'd be pleased to hear this, that one of the young men that was on the bus that I chaperoned just happened to be Dana Pittard, General Pittard in the future. So very happy to see that. And so tonight, take a moment and look up at the mountain, for the star on the mountain will be lit in your honor to reflect "Shine On Forever, Eastwood High."
Thank you.
I don't know if that's okay.
Yeah, it always wobbles.
All right, gentlemen, if I could get you all to step back and take your dance, please. Great. Turn the back. Can I get you to come a little bit more right over here for me? Yes, sir. And then just move it to you out. There you go. That looks great. Rest all over. Buckle forward, please. Come in a little bit funny. Let's go forward, please. Come in a little bit funny. Beautiful. There you go. Perfect. All right. Big smiles. Count of three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And let's do one where we're holding the trophy up and everybody's excited. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Just keep it. Oh, we're not done. I'm so sorry, guys. We got 15 more. Ready? Big smiles. 1, 2, 3. All ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.